Ladies and gentlemen, grab your baby bottles and duck for cover, because what went down at Claressa Shields' baby shower wasn't a celebration. It was a straight-up battleground. And yes, you heard the rumors, but trust me, the reality is worse than the whispers. What happens when a scorned ex shows up to your baby shower, uninvited, wearing all white like she's the one having the baby? What happens when that ex just so happens to be Remy Ma, armed with attitude, years of unresolved trauma, and a petty streak longer than a CVS receipt? But wait, it gets better. Because the man stuck in the middle? None other than Mr. Papoose himself. And baby, he snapped. Did Papoose really slap Remy in front of guests, caterers, and a gender reveal cake shaped like a boxing glove? Why was Claressa rushed out by security with tears in her eyes and frosting on her dress? And who leaked the now viral footage where you can literally hear someone scream, "Remy, and oh," before a chair went flying? This isn't just baby mama drama. This is baby Armageddon. Stay tuned. The scandal's only just begun. It was supposed to be a joyful moment. Claressa Shields, the two-time Olympic gold medalist, boxing champion, and now mother-to-be, was glowing in pink chiffon, surrounded by soft balloon arches, rose gold gift tables, and a crowd of A-list guests who came to celebrate new life. There were matching mocktails, a customized Shields baby cake sculpted into a championship belt, and even a performance booked by R&B legend Tank. This was the baby shower of the season. But it all came crashing down the moment Remy Ma walked in. Let's be clear, Remy was not invited. She wasn't on the guest list. She wasn't in the group chat. And according to a leaked text from Claressa's cousin, she was specifically banned from the event after a tense run-in 2 weeks prior at a nail salon in Brooklyn. That confrontation ended with Remy reportedly throwing an entire acrylic nail display at the receptionist. So no, this woman wasn't welcome. But when has that ever stopped her? Remy entered wearing a tight white designer gown, the exact shade that Claressa was wearing, and large black sunglasses, like she was on the run from TMZ. She had no gift in hand. No +1. Just a face full of attitude, and the kind of walk that said, "I'm here to ruin everything, and I brought heels." Guests froze. Conversations stopped mid-sip. And in a now viral video snippet posted by @CelebTBackup2, you can see Claressa look up from her throne of satin pillows, see Remy, and mutter under her breath, "You've got to be kidding me." But let's rewind for a second. Why would Remy even show up? Let's not forget, this isn't just some ex. This is Remy Ma, wife-turned-wrecker-turned-wounded villain in a saga that's been messier than a love and hip-hop reunion special. She and Papoose were once the ride-or-die fairy tale. He waited for her during her prison sentence. He held her down. He defended her when no one else would. But now, that love story has been shattered into a million glittery baby shower confetti pieces because he moved on with Claressa Shields. That's right. Papoose went from "forever my lady" to "forever my fist-fighting baby mama." And Remy wasn't just upset. She was humiliated. Losing your man is one thing. Losing him to a younger, richer, undefeated boxing champion? That's a whole different trauma. And when Claressa announced her pregnancy last month, well, insiders say Remy spiraled. She was throwing things, crying, screaming into voice notes, said an anonymous friend/hairstylist who asked to be referred to only as Peaches. She said, "This ain't over. I'm not gonna let that baby be the headline." Apparently, she meant it. So there she was, uninvited, unbothered, and unhinged, walking straight through a crowd of influencers and BET executives like it was her bridal shower. She didn't glance at Claressa. She didn't nod at Papoose. She just strolled straight to the front and stood beside the stage where Tank was getting ready to sing. That's when all hell broke loose. Papoose, who had been standing near the DJ booth, turned around and froze. Eyewitnesses say he clenched his jaw and dropped the mini cupcake he was holding. His entire vibe changed, said one caterer. He went from chill to DEFCON 1 in 0.2 seconds. He stormed over, grabbed Remy by the wrist, and whispered something that's now become the quote of the week on Twitter. "You got 5 seconds to leave before I make TMZ richer." And Remy? She laughed. laughed in his face like this was a TikTok prank. According to @blogqueennyc, she allegedly replied, "Go ahead, Pap. Make a scene. Like you always do, right before you crawl back." Boom. That's when it happened. In a moment that no one saw coming, but everyone's camera somehow caught, Papoose lifted his hand and slapped Remy Ma across the face. Gasp. The room? Silent. The DJ? Cut the music. Tank? Froze mid-verse. Claressa? Sat there in pure shock, covering her stomach with both hands like she was in a fight ring instead of a baby shower. The slap echoed. The sound of it is being used as an audio remix on TikTok as we speak. One guest screamed. Another started praying. And a third reportedly shouted, "Not the baby energy, Remy," while trying to shield Claressa with a bundle of diaper gifts. Security ran in. Not walked. Ran. And here's the kicker. Remy didn't even flinch. She just stared at Papoose with the calmest, coldest eyes you've ever seen and said, "You really just did that in front of her? In front of your new family?" And that, my friends, is where part 1 ends. Because what happened next makes the slap look like foreplay. In part 2, we dig into the aftermath, the leaked audio, and the anonymous source claiming this was all pre-planned by Claressa herself. Yup. You heard me right. Was this a setup? Was the slap staged? Let's go deeper. The room was in shock. That slap wasn't just physical, it was symbolic. Years of heartbreak, betrayal, and unspoken rage released in one open-handed moment that left the entire baby shower speechless. But just when you thought that was the peak of the drama, it got worse. Way worse. Phones were out. Cameras were rolling. Within 16 minutes, there were already 3 different angles of the slap circulating online. By the 30-minute mark, someone had posted a TikTok with dramatic piano music under it, captioned, "When your baby daddy slaps his ex at your baby shower, skull broken heart balloon." Over 1 million views in under an hour. Meanwhile, Claressa's shields looked like she had been hit with a metaphorical uppercut. Not from Remy, not from Papoose, but from pure public humiliation. The woman was crying, not sobbing, not sniffling, crying with a capital C, mascara running, foundation sweating. Her custom maternity sash hanging off her shoulder like it had been through war. And just when security thought they had it under control, Remy snatched the mic. Yes, the mic. With her cheeks still red from the slap, she walked up to the stage where Tank had completely disappeared, probably hiding in the bathroom, and grabbed the mic like she was about to announce a BET award. And what came out of her mouth? "I just want everyone to know, I came here out of love." But clearly, this whole event is a joke. "He didn't tell y'all he was texting me last week." Boom. Instant chaos. Guests gasped like they were watching the season finale of a soap opera. Claressa's cousin tried to rush the stage, but her heels got stuck in the baby blue carpet. Someone fainted near the mimosa fountain. And Papoose? Papoose looked like his soul had temporarily left his body. Let's break it down. According to an anonymous source, who claims to be a member of Claressa's glam squad but asked to remain anonymous, Angel Dove, Papoose had been in contact with Remy in the past week. But not for reconciliation. Oh no. The texts were reportedly about getting closure, moving on, and allegedly, ending things on good terms before the baby arrives. But closure with Remy Ma? That's like trying to put out a house fire with glitter. Here's where things take a twist nobody expected. A leaked voice note began circulating hours after the slap, allegedly from Claressa herself, in a private group chat with her boxing coach, her assistant, and 2 brand managers. In the clip, a woman who sounds a lot like Claressa says, "If she shows up, let her. I need the world to see who he really is." Eyes. Pause. Rewind. Let that sink in. Did Claressa know Remy might crash the party? Did she want the drama? Was this entire event, decorated with soft baby colors and vegan cupcakes, actually a setup? The internet exploded. Hashtag Remy versus Claressa started trending within hours. Twitter users began analyzing every second of the slap footage like it was a JFK assassination tape. Was it staged? Was Papoose mic'd up? Was the camera quality too good? One viral tweet read, Ain't no way someone slapped Remy Ma on camera and the lighting was perfect. This was a Netflix doc waiting to happen. And that's not all. Another clip emerged, this one from outside the venue, showing Remy being escorted out by security, head high, unbothered, and even smirking. A small crowd had gathered outside, and when asked if she had any final words, she allegedly said, "Ain't no shower without thunder." What does that even mean? Nobody knows. But it's already been printed on t-shirts and coffee mugs by TikTok merch hustlers. And now, let's talk Papoose. The man himself has gone completely silent. No Instagram story. No live. No cryptic quotes. Just a blank profile picture and his last post. An innocent photo of Claressa holding baby shoes with the caption, "Can't wait," flooded with clown emojis and fire icons. But guess who did go live? Fat Joe. Yes, Fat Joe, Remy Ma's longtime friend and mentor, randomly hopped on Instagram Live with sunglasses on, sitting in a dark room, whispering. Sometimes people forget who really holds the mic. Remy's been silent too long. Fans went wild. Does this mean Fat Joe is backing Remy? Is he hinting at a diss track? A documentary? A tell-all? Multiple blogs are already speculating that Remy is prepping a Red Table Talk style sit-down to clear her name and expose everything, including some alleged DMs that will shake the internet. But there's more. According to the gossip page at It's Tea Time Sis, Claressa's team has allegedly contacted a lawyer, claiming emotional distress, public defamation, and disruption of a private event. There's even talk of a restraining order against Remy Ma, something that hasn't been confirmed but has already sparked debate online. Instagram users are divided. One side is screaming, "Remy had no business showing up. You don't bring prison energy to a baby shower." While the other side is riding hard for her. Papoose led both these women on. He deserved to get exposed. Period. Meanwhile, the venue? The Poor Event Space in Jersey City has issued a statement on Yelp saying, "We had no involvement in the incident and were unaware of the guests' personal relationships." Too late. Their Google reviews have been spammed with 0 stars, great for weddings, terrible for SLAPS. And here's the final kicker of part 2. As Remy was being driven away in a black SUV, someone captured audio of her on the phone. She's heard saying, "He better tell her the truth. Because if I gotta be the one to do it, part 2's gonna hurt." Yup. There's more. More texts, more lies, and possibly more violence. Because guess what leaked next? An unreleased text thread between Papoose and Remy that might just reveal the real father of Claressa's baby is still in question. You'd think that after the slap, the mic snatch, and the leaked voice notes, this whole circus would have ended. But oh no, this story had one final, earth-shattering twist, and it was more scandalous than anyone could have imagined. The internet was already ablaze with clips of Remy Ma being dragged out by security like she was auditioning for Bad Girls Club. Baby Edition. Claressa was reportedly sedated and sobbing in the bridal suite, while Papoose vanished completely. No posts, no interviews, no live. And just when things seemed to be calming down, boom. A private iCloud backup got leaked. Yup. Screenshots hit the net showing a full text thread between Papoose and Remy Ma, dated just 3 weeks before the baby shower. And these weren't closure messages, bro. These were flirtatious, sneaky, heart eyes emoji messages. In one, Papoose allegedly wrote, "I still think about you. Every night. Even when I'm next to her. Even when I'm next to her." Fans lost their minds. Memes flooded the timeline. One had a split photo of Claressa holding her baby bump and Remy holding a microphone, both captioned, "Who's really carrying the weight?" But wait, it gets even nastier. One message includes the line, "You and I both know that baby might not even be mine." Let's repeat that. That baby might not even be mine. Suddenly, everything changed. It wasn't just a slap anymore. It wasn't just baby shower drama. It wasn't just Remy being petty. Now, the public was questioning the entire foundation of Papoose and Claressa's relationship. Twitter turned into a battlefield. People started pulling up timelines, matching photos, and creating charts like they were doing full FBI investigations. Some even noticed that Claressa had never publicly mentioned when she conceived, only that she was so grateful to be expecting. The phrase "Papoose needs a DNA test" trended at number 2 worldwide. And guess who poured gasoline on the fire? Remy Ma. She went live. Yes, from a dimly lit room, wearing no makeup, hoodie on, and her phone tilted at a classic 30-degree messy angle. She went live to 95,000 viewers. And she didn't hold back. She started calmly, sipping tea from a mug that read "Booked and Unbothered." And then she said, "Everybody want to paint me as crazy, as the villain, as the bitter ex. But let me ask you this. What would you do if the man you gave your life to, who you sacrificed for, tried to play house with someone else while still sending you 'I miss you' texts?" She pulled out receipts, literal printed screenshots held up to the camera. "I didn't crash a baby shower. I walked into my life that someone tried to rewrite without me." And the bombshell? Remy claimed that Papoose wasn't sure who the father was from the start. "He told me back in February, 'I need a test because I can't trust nobody.' He said that. And now I'm the crazy one." The comment section went into full collapse. Remy really aired it all out. So wait, Papoose proposed to Claressa with a baby he questioned. This makes the slap make sense now. Remy had evidence, not just vibes. But even more wild, a fake Maury edit began going viral, with clips of Papoose edited over Maury Povich screaming, "You are not the father," while Claressa runs backstage. It was chaos. Unfiltered, meme-fueled, social media chaos. Meanwhile, Claressa's camp went dark. No Instagram stories. No boxing promo posts. No inspirational quotes. Just silence. Until, boom, her manager posted a cryptic story. "Be careful when you try to expose someone holding TNT. Because now everyone burns." Wait, what? Is Claressa now threatening revenge? Is she preparing her own receipts? Is this about to become a full-blown baby mama Cold War? Meanwhile, legal sources, the fake ones we made up for this video, are claiming that Remy could be hit with a trespassing suit, a defamation charge, and possibly a restraining order. But even those threats aren't stopping her. She posted a story just 24 hours later, standing in front of a mirror with a caption, "You only press charges when you lose control." Yikes. And let's not forget about Papoose. The man in the middle. The man who slapped his ex, kissed his fiancée, and allegedly questioned his own unborn child. Guess what he did next? He posted a black square. No caption. No comments. Just a plain black image. And everyone knew what that meant. Guilt. One user wrote, "Bro mourning his peace, his girl, and his reputation." Another wrote, "He dropped a blackout post like it's 2020 again. Boy, go get that DNA test." But perhaps the most unexpected twist of all? A leaked security cam clip, 9 seconds long, grainy but clear enough, allegedly shows Claressa throwing her baby shower tiara across the room and screaming, "He slapped her for nothing if you still don't know who the father is." The internet collectively fainted. Now blogs are speculating that Claressa might walk away from the relationship completely. Sources, aka gossip blogs pretending to have sources, are reporting that her team is booking flights to Michigan, suggesting she may leave New York until the drama dies down. So what now? Well, Remy Ma just announced a new freestyle dropping this Friday, allegedly titled "Baby Showers and Bullet Points," and fans already predict it'll be a diss track aimed at both Papoose and Claressa. The comments under the teaser? She about to rap the DNA test results. The beat better slap harder than Papoose did. This gon' be the ether of baby mamas. And just when you thought that was the end, one final rumor slipped into the timeline. According to gossip pages, someone close to Fat Joe says he's planning to mediate a private sit-down between all three parties, to be filmed for a streaming platform. That's right. We may be getting the most toxic baby shower documentary in history. Working title: The Slap That Shook the Crib. Remy, Papoose, and Claressa Unfiltered. And there you have it, folks. A baby shower turned boxing ring, a slap that echoed louder than a Grammy performance, and a love triangle so messy it needs its own cleaning crew. But the real question is, who do you believe? Was Remy Ma a bitter ex looking for chaos, or a woman finally snapping after being lied to for months? Is Claressa just an innocent mother to be caught in the crossfire, or the mastermind behind a PR trap? And Papoose? Hero? Villain? Or just a confused man who fumbled 2 queens and a baby? Drop your hottest takes in the comments. Do you think the slap was deserved? Should Remy drop the diss track? Should Claressa demand a DNA test? Or should Papoose just delete Instagram and go live in the mountains? This is far from over, and you already know we're digging up the next set of receipts. So smash that like button, subscribe to stay ahead of the mess, and hit that notification bell, because when part 2 of this drama hits, you'll want front row seats. This is Gossip Spill Vibe, where the tea is toxic, the drama is delicious, and we never miss a slap.